Hello, friends. This is a video podcast for the ASM oral preparation. I'm going to be discussing questions asked by various surveyors. This one is for JB Singh, part 1. Let's get started. JB Singh is a surveyor who likes short and technical answers. Question number 1. What is the difference between navigational light and normal light? The answer is normal light can be fitted in two grooves with spring lock arrangement, whereas navigational light needs three grooves. Secondly, navigational light has two filaments and normal light has one. Question number 2. You're joining as a master on new yard delivery. How will you implement ISM on board? Answer. The implementation of ISM is started in the office by the DPA. The DPA give guidance to the master as to how it is implemented on board. Additionally, as a master, in order to implement ISM code, I will ensure certification and documents, review SMS, ensure sufficient resources and personnel, ensure inspection and maintenance is carried out as per PMS, ensure emergency preparedness, ensure safety of shipboard operations. In addition to this, you can talk about discussing the environmental and safety policy with all crew members on board. Also, having regular meetings with the department head to ensure that crew is motivated to follow the policy and follow the procedures as required, and then report any non compliance. Next question. You found a stowaway after 2 days of sailing. What will be your action? So, answer to this is step 1. I will take the stowaway into safe custody and conduct an extensive search for any other stowaway. Secondly, I will treat the person humanely and offer food and water. Thirdly, I will ask the person questions and get as much as information as possible about him or her. Next, I will collect all documents that he or she has on him or her and make an inventory of all the positions found on the stowaway. Lastly, I will inform the company, the last port agent, and the next port agent and will not deviate unless advised so. Additional point to bear in mind, ensure that stowaway is in a healthy condition. In case he or she is in unhealthy state, render medical assistance and seek medical guidance as necessary. Instruct the crew attending to stowaway to keep their interaction to the minimum required. Ensure that stowaway is not used for carrying out any of the ship's work. Question 4. What are different type of containers? Give me technical names. Standard container, high cube container, open top container, flat racks, ventilated container or containers, reefer containers or temperature controlled container units, tank containers or tank containers, and dry bulk container or bulk containers. Next question. What is the technical name of a reefer container? Temperature controlled container unit. Question number 6. Why can't you carry onions in reefer containers? Because the commodity itself is cheap and it will not cover the cost of hiring a specialized container, and also because onions require ventilation and they emit gas. The next question is, what is a contingency? A contingency is a predetermined plan that is to be carried out if something does not go as per the original plan. For example, contingency anchorage area while approaching a port if steering fails, etc. Question 8. How many contingency did you have on your last ship? So the person has replied: abandoned ship, blackout, bomb threat, bridge controlled telegraph failure, shifting of cargo, collision, DG contingency, dragging anchor, fire, flooding, grounding, gyro failure, heavy weather damage, helicopter crash, main engine failure, medical emergency, man overboard, oil spill, piracy, stowaway, salvage, search and rescue, steering failure, striking berth or other object, and vessel listing. Question 9. You are informed that three holds of your ship are flooding. What is your action? Answer. First, I will raise the alarm, muster all the crew, and get a hit account to ensure that everybody is present and accounted for. Next, I will ensure that watertight doors are closed, then start pumping out bilges. Following this, I will attempt to determine location, extent, and cause of flooding. Then, I will inform the company and class and seek their assistance and technical expertise to determine whether the safety of ship is compromised. Next, proceed to closest available port for repairs if stability of the ship and expected weather condition permit. In case the vessel is in danger of foundering, I will send out a distress alert by all available means and consider abandoning ship. Then the question was asked, how would you determine the ship would sink? After determining the extent of flooding, I will consult the damage stability booklet. Additionally, I will seek assistance from SIRS, Ship Emergency Response Service, and company. Next question, what is grounding, stranding, and foundering? Grounding is when the vessel touches the bottom. Stranding is also when the vessel touches the bottom and cannot be refloated. And foundering is when vessel loses positive buoyancy. Next question is, what is a port of refuge? Place or port of refuge is shelter for a ship in a damaged condition, endangering life, health, or environment. Next question, what is a safe port? A port will not be safe unless, in the relevant period of time, a particular ship can reach it, use it, and return from it without being exposed to danger which cannot be avoided by good navigation and seamanship. In other words, a safe port is a place where the ship can enter, it can use it, and get out of it after following good navigation and seamanship. Additional points, a port at which a ship can go in and come out without any problem at any given time. A port which is free from any political problems. Next question, when would you consider a vessel unworthy? MSA Act Part 9, Section 334 states a ship is unworthy when the material of which she is made, her construction, the qualification of master, the number and description of the crew and officers, the weight, description, and stowage of cargo and ballast, the condition of her hull and equipment, boiler and machinery are not such as to render her in every respect fit for the proposed voyage or service. Additional points, if even one certificate of the ship is expired or missing, the ship is considered unseaworthy. This is because even one certificate is invalid, all other certificates automatically become invalid. Next question is, what are statutory and mandatory certificates? Statutory certificates are those which are required to be carried by all ships as per statute or international law. Some example of statutory certificates are Ship Safety Equipment Certificate, Ship Safety Construction Certificate, International Air Pollution Prevention Certificate, International Ship Security Certificate. Mandatory certificates are also required by law but are applicable only to specific type of ships. For example, DOC for carriage of dangerous goods for container vessels and certificate of fitness for chemical tankers. Another question connected to above is, what are obligatory certificates? So obligatory certificates are the certificates which are required as per the flag state requirement. Like certificate of registry is a flag state requirement. Thus, it is an obligatory certificate. Next question is, what is convention, protocol, and resolution? Convention is a multilateral treaty document which is legally binding. It is a written agreement among countries through the medium of a global forum like the IMO. It regulates maritime issues of significant concern to the IMO, such as safety of life at sea and marine pollution. Protocol is a treaty instrument made when a major amendment is required to a convention that has already been adopted but not yet in force. It brings about a change of vital importance. It can also be used to extend the application of the convention to states that were not originally party thereto. Resolution, a policy decision in document form made by the IMO Assembly or a subcommittee regarding an amendment or recommendation is called a resolution. Resolution need not be legally binding. Other questions that he often asks are from Colric, like how many rules are there in total? So now there are 41 rules. How many parts are there? There are now 6 parts, A to F. How many annexes are there? There are 4 annexes. What is Annex 1? Annex 1 is positioning and technical details of lights and shapes. Annex 2 is additional signals for fishing vessels fishing in close proximity. Annex 3 is technical details of sound signal appliances. Annex 4 is distress signal, which lists the signals indicating distress and need of assistance. Another question from Colric often asked is, how many distress signals are there? So there are 15 signals plus 2 from the IMSR volume 3, which are referred in Annex 4. So total 17. I hope you liked this video. Follow the part 2 for further questions of JB Singh. Thank you for watching.